Well, when you buy a vehicle, there aren't very many of them on the trails, and then they break. Sometimes there's a few issues. I have the CF Moto 800 EX, the Z-Force model, and I was on the road, the trail, last week, and the upper control arm bolt fell off. So you get out and it looks, and the front tires are going two different directions. My girlfriend says, because you're on bumpy roads. I think you're supposed to be on bumpy roads when you have a UTV. Anyway, back over here to do the repair. I'll show you what happened. Right below those lines, right, find my finger there. That nut right there came off. It's a metric, 10 millimeters, and the slope is 1.25. That came off, and then the whole thing got kind of out of caliwampus. So in order to fix it, here's what I had to do. Jack it up, take off the tire, of course, loosen the lug nuts, you know that one. But I had to take off the crown nut right there. And then once I got it off, and I could manipulate the control arm, I had a hard time getting this piece back in. So I disconnected the shock absorber, tied it up here, set it aside. Also at that, I had to take this bolt all the way off because there's a sleeve, my hand here, there's a sleeve in that bushing that had to be taken out. In the front, there's two little bumper guards. They have 2 bolts in each one. I'll show you that too. These 2 bolts, these 2 bolts, and then there's bolts for this plastic piece. I think there's 4 or 6 of them. And then you have to disconnect and loosen the winch. I didn't take it out, I just loosened it enough, let the cable out enough to slide it over towards the driver's side. Once I got that all back together, I was able to get the bolt back in for the control arm. Right here, my finger's pointing. Got that back in. Then the CV joint seemed out of whack. Almost like the CV joint at that differential was broken. So I was told if I lined it up just straight and pushed it in, it'd snap back into place. That's what I was hoping. But actually, once I was able to lift the tire up just enough and drive the ball joint, find here, the ball joint back through that metal piece, put the crown for the bolt and the crown nut, and put the pin back in, the CV joint went right back together. So it was all good to go, and I'm ready to go again. So anyway, this is the upper control arm for the right front of a 2014 CV Moto Z-Force EX 800. Good luck.